case you're unaware of it. But they don't advertise it. They don't tell everyone what they're like. The problem with West Indian blacks, the problem with Pakistanis, the problem with other people from Southern Europe and England is extremely bad. And there's a lot of bloodshed and brutality and gang fighting and things like that that goes on in certain areas in English cities. Again, this is not advertised. America gets the rap for racism. America's one of the few countries that I think has tried to solve its racial problems, even as we saw with Whitman, fought a huge civil war that had a bloodletting where hundreds of thousands of people were killed. And there's very few countries that would have done that, actually. So, well, they should have. They caused this problem. No, I don't think they caused this problem. The Europeans unleashed this problem on the Americans through the slave trade. And that was done by European merchants of Portuguese, Spanish, English, and Dutch background. That was not done by Americans. That was already endemic here when the American country started to go. So the Europeans are totally involved in the issues that caused the Americans. Americans tried to sort their problems out with better or worse effects, in my personal view. So the Americans get a bum rap, and American people in this country are so busy criticizing this country that they give Europeans further impression that America is negative and bad, which is ridiculous. You don't find Europeans criticizing their countries the way Americans criticize this country. And America is just stupid, the way they present themselves to others. They immediately go and give them all of the worst things that they can imagine about this country, thinking this is going to ingratiate them with other people. All it does is reinforce their stereotypes. Reinforce the stereotypes in the Islamic world about America. Bin Laden stereotypes that you hear in his tapes and so on. All these things are totally inaccurate about the way America is. My wife, for instance, before she came to America, was full of these stereotypes that people in England had received concerning America. It was amazing at how different America was than the stereotypes that people have. So in any case, Americans, I can't do anything about this class, but Americans really do themselves a huge disservice the way they present themselves to other people, because they're totally unaware, because other people don't wash their dirty laundry in public, do not tell you about their problems, do not advertise the negative parts of their society for everybody to see. In fact, they are totally quiet about negative things within their societies. And we aren't. Okay, so Baldwin is writing this book at a time when the civil rights movement has gotten going in America, isn't it? Who's he writing the book to?
Yes.
You're the only one who read this book. Don't you answer any more questions. We know you read. I want to hear what the other people. Do you other people work like this young lady's working? Or do you want me to do it all for you? Am I the exercise boy? Am I going to get on the bike and keep pedaling away here? Look, this chap's asleep over here. I thought I was, my lectures are colorful enough to keep people awake, but it didn't seem to be doing good to him. Right? I don't mind people sleeping. I used to fall asleep in all my classes at college, too. The classes I had at college, we didn't have carpets on the floor like you guys had. So I'd be sitting there, we'd have a room like this that was slanted, and we'd have a wooden sort of slat floor in this one lecture hall. And the minute I got into a class, I'd inevitably go to sleep. It was the air or something that was in this class with me. And my pencil would fall out of my hand, you see, or whatever, and it would go clatter, 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 kind of rolling down rolling down the floor. So it used to wake me up, but it also used to make it clear to everyone that was within the neighborhood that I had fallen asleep. I had a good class with an Asian specialist. He was an East Asian literature person, and we were doing Chinese literature and things in his class, and I'd fall asleep, and he would point me out and say, you see Eisenman over there? He's the perfect Taoist. He's going to get an A in this class, because he's doing what every good Taoist would do, and I didn't get an A in his class, but the point is that he seemed to appreciate the fact that I was sleeping. So I'm not going to object to people sleeping, but I always try to keep people awake in terms of trying to make the class, at least the lectures, interesting enough that people would want to maybe, or